Okay, so first off, I want to apologize for my audio issues in the last video. In Audacity, when I make the sound, when I record my voice, it puts sound waves up, and basically between each audio cut where I say my, make the points, whatever, I cut out the blank space in between, and for some reason there was the blank spaces in between each voice segment, but the blank spaces still had audio in them. I hope that makes sense. You can see the audio waves. There was no audio waves there, but my voice was still there, so I cut out the no audio waves, and it cut out my voice even though there should have been no voice there. Now that being said, on screen I have some Z1 remastered gameplay beside of some Z1 OG gameplay. Now this is Eric Tricep's OG gameplay, and this is the gameplay of remastered from the E3 conference yesterday. A lot of people have been saying things like, you don't seem grateful for Z1 Remastered, all you do is complain, all the people do on PC is bitch and complain that they want old stuff back. So today I wanted to go over the reasons that I want some of this stuff back, some of the things that I do want back, some of the things that I don't want back, just different things that I want to go over to get my point across of why it's not just me crying, but why we actually need these things in the game. Now, the biggest thing is old movement. Old movement, we want it back. It's not bitching and crying. This movement sucks ass. If you have played H1 for a extended amount of time, that being at least since, around the beginning of Z2, you know the movement that we have in H1 right now sucks ass. It's terrible. It's absolutely disgusting. This movement is horrible. I know I complained a lot back in preseason 3. Well, not a lot, but I did complain about crouch spamming. But crouch spamming was good for the it was good for the game. Aside from it being kind of annoying to deal with, it was good that it was in it, because now with the crouch fatigue thing, it feels like total AIDS when you try to take a gunfight and hide behind cover and continuously peek up. Now the next thing is old models. Now a lot of people say, why do you complain about the old models so much? It doesn't matter that much about what the guns look like. And granted, it doesn't matter what the guns look like that much. But if you can actually tell me that the models that you are seeing on screen right now, the old hunting rifle, the old shotgun, the old AR, and the old AK, look worse than what is on live servers right now, then I don't understand where you're coming from. Like, if you want to give me a legitimate, why you think that these new models look better than what the old models look like, then I will totally listen to you in the comments. But in my complete and honest opinion, these look a million times better, not only with skins on them, but just as default guns models as the old ones than what the new ones look like. Now the next thing is the way that the game looks. A lot of people got onto me yesterday about me saying the game looks still too cartoony to be like Z1, and I think it should look more gloom and doom like what you see on screen right now, and I still stand by that. I think that it should look gloom and doom. I do not think that the way that Z2 looks is the way that Z1 should look. It looks like Z2 slapped on the Z1 map right now, and a lot of people agree on Twitter. A lot of people have said that if they don't change the colors, the animations, the models, the movement, every single thing that I have mentioned, and if they just slap right now what Z2 is onto Z1, which is what they have done, that the game will be right back where we started at 3,000 to 4,000 players by a week or two after Z1 drops. Now the gun recoil, now this is a big one that a lot of people debate over, because a lot of people that still play the game to this day, they want to keep the recoil that is in the game currently, because it actually takes a lot to learn it. A noob can't just full spray you and kill you instantly. But most of the people that have quit the game will tell you that it is better off if they will go back to the full spray recoil. I know the full spray recoil is annoying. I know it can be, just absolutely just rip your hair out if you get full sprayed by somebody. But the fact of the matter is that it is good for the new players, and it is also good for the game. It does not, I don't care what you say, it does not feel good at shooting the AR on the live server right now. It does not feel just any bit smooth whatsoever. It feels clunky, and that is why anytime that I play the current H1Z1 that I use the AK on single fire. Yes, I can use the AR. I don't go down there and write your keyboard warrior comment. You suck with the AR, and that's why you say that. The AR does not feel good. Now, most people will agree with you, the AR does not feel good. It feels fluent with horizontal recoil, full horizontal, full spray recoil, but the recoil that is on it right now, it does not feel good. Not only that, but it will help with the longevity of the game because like I've said before, the new players that try to use the AR that is currently on the live server, they will be completely lost. They will shoot and the bullets will go everywhere. They'll get pissed. They'll say this game sucks and they'll quit. That's the end of it. That's just a fact of the matter. And if they change it to full horizontal recoil, it will help with the longevity of Z1 and keep new players if new people decide to try it out because it actually feels good and they can actually use the AR with full horizontal recoil. Yet there is still enough of a skill gap with full horizontal recoil that you can still kill the new players if they try to full spray you. Now the UI, a lot of people have commented about the UI on my newest video, and I do not think that they should just entirely scrap this UI that they have. You know, they've worked a lot on it. It's good for new players. I think it should default to the new UI when you hop into the game, but I think there should be an option to change to the UI that you want. It would be really, really cool if you could change between the preseason 3 type of UI, the new UI, and this original Z1 UI. So your health down in the bottom right with position and everything, you know, east, south, east up there like you can see, you know, southwest, all that, with the players remaining above it, and even have the kill feed like this at the top of the screen. That would be really, you know, really cool for the old players. You know, it's not something you have to have, but something you can change to in the settings. If they don't want to revert it, at least have the option to change in the settings. I know it'll take a lot of coding, a lot of work, you know, whatever, but don't release it until we have the option to change the models, change the sound, change the UI, everything like that. Customize it to be able to make it into actual Z1 if we want to. That's just my opinion, and that's what I think that the game needs, because everybody on Twitter, like I said, has already been saying, like, you know, you put what is on live server onto Z1, which is what we are expecting on the 27th, that the game will be dead again within 2 to 3 weeks. We need all this old shit. I know we don't need the bugs, we don't need the old just issues that the game had, but the way that things looked and the way that things sounded did not affect the gameplay whatsoever. So we need the OG stuff that they had back in Z1, at least as an option to change to, if not by default. So that is just my opinion. This is not me baby raging over the way that the PC, you know, is. It is not my it's just my opinion. So everybody has an opinion. As bad as I hate to say this, go leave yours in the comments. I read every single comment. If I don't reply to you, I definitely read all of them. Go say whatever you want to say. I can already hear people typing away at their keyboards saying, this sucks, we don't need this, the old sounds are terrible, the old models are terrible, you know, end your life, all this shit that people love to say in the comments. But hopefully you guys get my point here. Hopefully I didn't mess up the audio, Audacity didn't mess up the audio, whatever. Again, I apologize for that in the last video, but I hope you guys did enjoy, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Peace.